Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Nicole. I'm a physical therapist here at Freedom in both our Fox Point and McGuanago locations. Today is our last segment of our February Heart Healthy Month live blog segments, and today we're going to be talking about our same four topics as we've had for the past 3 weeks: physical activity, nutrition, stress, and additional risk factors that contribute to a heart-healthy lifestyle. So in the past for physical activity, we have talked about goals for physical activity, getting onto a bicycle or an elliptical, and we've also talked about standing desks as well to increase your activity level throughout the day. And the last thing that we'll talk about in the physical activity section today is how to plan out your activity weekly or monthly to keep you better on track. So a nice way to keep track of your exercise plans and what you have done in the past is to create a workout calendar for yourself. These can easily be printed off online, and this is just an example of how you can fill out your exercise calendar for the month. You can write down what you plan to do for the entire month or just a week, and then you can check off if you accomplished your goal or change it as needed based on your day. Another important thing to add is to give yourself rest breaks too as well. Generally 2 times a week is a nice way to give yourself some rest to enjoy other things and just let your body reset to accomplish more of your goals the next week. So this is just a nice way for you to keep track of what you're doing. And it's a great idea to put this on your fridge or put it in a different area of your house so that your family members can also know what your goals are and help you stay on track as well. So I'll put that back down. So I found that's just a really nice way to start any exercise program, because it can be daunting at first to try to implement your exercise program into your week, and how much would you do, how little would you do. So it's a nice way to try to just plan out your week, just as you plan out meals or you plan out going to appointments with your kids or things like that. Plan out your exercise program as well, and that's a great way to stay on track. So moving on to our nutrition section. In the past, we've talked about different components of food, such as how much salt you have, how much sugar should you have, fats. And we've also talked about the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diets. One last thing that's very important to not overlook within a diet is your alcohol consumption. Consumption of alcohol is one of the largest risk factors for developing some sort of heart disease or other comorbidities such as cancer, strokes, things like that. It's been found that heavy drinking can result in weakened heart musculature, irregular heart rhythms, dementia, cancer, or stroke, as I've mentioned before. So it's very important to assess your level of drinking and change that as needed. Generally, the recommendation per day is 1 drink a day for women maximum, and up to 2 drinks per day for men, depending on your body weight. But that is a nice way to regulate how much alcohol you are consuming. Usually 1 drink is about 4 grams of pure alcohol per type of drink. That is about 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of distilled spirit. So that's a nice way for you to keep track of what you've been drinking. And usually some research has found that moderate drinking, such as staying to the suggested regulations per day, can be linked to lower cardiovascular risks. However, that's not been confirmed that it's a cause and effect between the two. It may just be more of a correlation. Some research has suggested that people who do have, for example, have 1 glass of wine per night with dinner, maybe take more time with their eating. So they're eating slower, eating more healthy, and they're spending more time with their loved ones and relaxing. So those are other contributors to decreasing your overall stress levels. So it's something to keep in mind that it's not necessarily a cause and effect to improved heart health and level of alcohol consumption that you're having, but it's important to definitely keep in mind how much you're drinking and that possible contribution to poor lifestyle habits. All right, moving on to our stress section. So in the past, we've talked about diaphragmatic breathing, your quality of sleep, and the ability to meditate or implement guided imagery into your day to overall reduce your stress levels, because as I've mentioned before, excessive stress levels can increase your risk for cardiac adverse health effects by 2.5 times more than someone who does not have excessive stress levels throughout their day. So the last thing we'll talk about in our segment today in regards to stress is the importance of maintaining relationships on your level of stress and your own self-awareness and mental health as well. So it's very important to become more self-aware of how you're feeling. If you're getting angry, why is you're getting angry? Can you bring yourself away from that situation? And how do you improve your self-care throughout the day and take time for yourself? If that be talking to a friend about something that you're struggling with, going to see a therapist as well. That's very important to maintain your stress levels and overall happiness throughout your day. In regards to relationships, it's been found that people who have more social lifestyles and happier relationships with their family and friends do have a lower risk of adverse health effects and cardiovascular risks. So it's very important to take time to yourself and to your friends and to your family to do something fun. It builds up your mood. It does help reduce pain levels as well, and can help reduce the risk for multiple different adverse conditions, including cardiovascular issues. And finally, our last section today in our additional risk factor section. In past sessions, we've talked about blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides, and how your weight contributes to your heart-healthy lifestyle. And the last thing we'll talk about today is smoking, which is a very important factor to address in your life. After only one cigarette, you increase your risk for atherosclerosis, increase your risk for blood clots, you decrease your overall blood flow of your body, and you're at an increased risk for stroke, and that's only after one cigarette. So it's very important to, if you were to choose a change in your lifestyle, that is one of the top most important lifestyle factors to change, is how much you're smoking. In fact, after the first year of quitting smoking, you actually decrease your risk for heart disease by 50%, and the risk for heart disease actually becomes equivalent to someone who doesn't smoke after 10 years of fully quitting smoking. So that's a huge benefit and a huge motivation to finally quit the smoking habit, is that it really does affect how well your body is functioning, and your risk for poor health is not even just with your heart health, but within many other factors within your body. And overall, it's also important to keep in mind secondhand smoke is just as dangerous as firsthand smoke. So if you're someone who smokes, or someone in your family is smoking, keep in mind how you're affecting other people as well, and make that a motivation for yourself as well to stop smoking too. There is no safe cigarette in any means, so make sure you talk to your doctor or anyone else, and build a support system with your family and friends to help yourself quit smoking as well. So overall, we've talked about a lot of different factors that go into a heart-healthy lifestyle. Probably the biggest 5 for you to remember is your diet, your exercise, your body weight, your smoking, and your alcohol consumption. It's been found that if with those 5 risk factors, if you eliminate all 5 of those risk factors or improve them, for example, you eat healthier, lose weight, stop smoking, increase your exercise levels, and reduce your alcohol consumption. In a research article of people who are 50 years old, if they were able to reduce those 5 risk factors, women increased their lifespan by 14 years additionally, and men increased their lifespan for additional 12 years. So it's a huge impact on your life and your quality of life as well. It's actually been found that it's, working on just one of those risk factors can extend your life expectancy by 2 years in men and both women. So adding on 2 years of your life by finally being able to quit smoking or moderating your alcohol consumption, changing your diet, increasing your exercise level and decreasing your weight. Just fixing one of those increases your life expectancy already by 2 years, which is incredible. So definitely keep that in mind as a great motivation as well to change your habits and improve your health overall. So thank you for listening to me for the past 4 weeks. Next week we'll start a new segment for our live blog, so stay tuned for what's coming up next week. But if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to talk with us, and then we'll be happy to answer any questions and get you to the people that can help you achieve your goals and live the healthiest life that you can. Thank you. Have a great day.